Hi guys, how are you today? I'm doing okay. I would have had this video up yesterday, but technical difficulties got in the way, so I told Nikki I would definitely get this video up today. It's kind of cloudy and a little rainy today. Anyway, enough about me. Other than, hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shelly, and this is a Captivated Gem. On my channel, I like to do reviews, collabs, unboxings, try-ons, pretty much anything that captivates this little Gemini soul. And today, I am bringing up late the collab with Miss Nikki on Jeffree Star's gold-blooded palette. And this palette is a beauty. In my opinion, strictly my opinion, disclaimer there, this is his last beautiful palette. This one, the packaging, the colors, the everything. I'm trying to get this up here where that mirror doesn't like blind you. Everything about this palette is what I think. When I look at this, I think about Jeffree Star. I just do. This is him in a palette. And I mean, it's definitely got that bright pop of pink. Queen Supreme, of course. It's got the gold-blooded gold color. Living legend. He is. I mean, he is a self-made millionaire many times over. I appreciate and respect his business sense. Truly, I do. But it seems like after this palette, he changed. And I don't know if it's TikTok that's done it. I don't know if it's people, demands for different, for different types of formulas, colors. I don't know. To me, it really can't be cost, because he's not deviated that much over the years in his prices versus the value for the money. So I don't know. I mean, he came out with that boot palette, and now he's got this owl palette. And I don't know. The boot palette, I just didn't like it. I just didn't care for it. Just wasn't, the colors just were not my cup of tea. I just didn't like it. This latest palette, his owl palette, night owl palette, it looks like he has kind of embraced the trend right now of multi-chromes, dual chromes, multi-chromes. I noticed that there's a lot more of that type of formula in the palette, and he even touched on that when he was launching it or showing you a preview of it, that some of the formulas had changed and they were very chromy, multi-chromy. So definitely I'm happy to see him on trend with that. But I don't care for the packaging. I love his, part of the joy of Jeffree is the packaging that he has started using. Even with some of his older palettes. Okay. We'll go with the cremated palette. Even this. It feels nice in your hand. It's got the leathery feel. And again, it's got him in it. This shows his taste. I don't know if he's got somebody new that is working for him, that's in PR or production or layout. I don't know. Anyway, enough about all that. I've given you my opinion on the subject. Let's just get into this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous palette. And I'm going to start out right up here at the top with inspiration. I think that's what that says. Yeah. Inspiration. Nice way to begin. Going shopping today for our Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to Aldi. And I'm going to do the $40 dinner. But I think I can get it for, well, the actual meal, I'm going to probably get it for a little bit less. For one, I'm not feeding 12 people. I'm feeding at most 5. Plus leftovers would be equivalent of 8. Because I will definitely be sending food home, especially with my daughter. But I also, there's some other stuff that they have that I want to go ahead and get so that I can make some freezer meals. One of them is called, I want to get a whole chicken. They've got their Purdue chickens, hopefully at my local Aldi for sale. And I can get a pretty good size one. I want to cook it, slow cook it, and shred it like a rotisserie. The way I cook a crock pot chicken, it tastes to me just like a rotisserie chicken. So anyway, I want the broth and everything off of it. I'm going to make it's called a chicken cobbler. And this, the way it was explained to me was, think of it as a savory dump cake. And I'm like, okay, I love a dump cake. But what you do, your ingredients are shredded chicken. So, I mean, if you've got a Costco nearby and you want to buy their pre-shredded stuff, go for it. You'll want to shred it up a little more because theirs is really more pulled than shredded. But anyway, then, first of all, you're going to take a stick of butter, put it in a 9x13 pan, stick it in the oven, 375 degrees, okay? Just leave it there while you get your other stuff prepped. That way that'll get melted and you'll get your casserole dish warm. And the oven will warm. Put it in a cold oven and turn it on to 375 and let your butter melt. Okay. And then you're going to take a box of Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. Depending on how much of this you want to make, you're going to need 1, maybe 2. It just depends on if you want to make more than 1 casserole. Anyway, you're going to mix it all up with milk, seasoning packet and everything. Oh gosh, I don't remember how much milk. It might just be by directions. I'll have to, if I can find that, I'll put it in the comments of the video. Anyway, mix that up. And then, okay, now I'm going into, I'm going to go into Living Legend. I'm going to go ahead and put a shimmer on this eye. Then after you do that, I just lost the brush I wanted. I hate when that happens. This will do. You take your chicken and you put it, get your pan after your butter's melted. Mix up I'm all over the place. Mix up your biscuit mix, set it aside. Take a can of cream of chicken soup and a cup of chicken stock. It can be from, if you roasted a chicken, it can be from your chicken that you cooked, or get you a thing of chicken stock, and you're going to need a cup to a cup and a half of that. That's up to you. Mix that up, set it aside. You want it kind of thick. Okay, then you take your 9x13 pan out of the oven, and then put your chicken down over top of your butter, and you're just going to layer this stuff. You're not going to mix anything. So put that down. Take a bag of frozen mixed vegetables, or you can use canned. It's up to you. But mixed vegetables, layer that right over top of your chicken. On top of that, layer your biscuit mix. Just pour it over. You're not going to blend it. You want to make sure you get it poured over evenly, though, because, again, you're not stirring this. And then on top of that, pour your cream of something, whatever you use. If you want to use cream of mushroom, use cream of mushroom. I use cream of chicken, but it's up to you. Pour that over, okay? And then I would recommend getting some fresh parsley. That's the way it was shown to me, just to brighten it up. You can put that over now or wait till it bakes. Anyway, put that whole thing in the oven and bake it at 375 for about 40-45 minutes. When it's brown and golden brown up on top and kind of bubbly, you'll know that it's done. And then when you pull it out, that's when I personally would sprinkle over some fresh parsley for color. That's the way it was presented to me. I think it's very pretty that way. So I don't want this brush. So, yeah, I want to make that. It just looked delicious, sounded delicious, and I thought, okay. And that's another good way, if you're going to have a turkey, it's another good way to use your leftover turkey, is make you a turkey cobbler instead of a chicken cobbler. I'm using Living Legend. In case I think I mentioned that, but just in case, that's what I'm using here. But I just thought that sounded like such a good recipe, and I thought, I know my family would like that. I know my daughter would. And the good thing about it is, I can put it in the oven. I can cover it and freeze it, and I can freeze portions of it. I can give her portions to that she can reheat for herself. She is so busy, so anything I can do to try to help her out, to where I know that she's eating well, but that she can get it done, that she doesn't have to spend a lot of time on cooking for herself, because she spends just so much time at work. All right, that's Living Legend. It's a little yellower than I wanted, so I think I'm going to go over that with Star Decadence. Inevitably. The Eyes of Wisdom, Star Decadence. I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna, just to kind of balance out that yellow just a little. Not too much. Use a big, fat, fluffy brush for it. That's better. That'll do. Leave that aside because I'm going to use it again. Okay, now, get me another fluffy brush, because I'm going in for the color that is the reason I bought this whole palette, and that's for Fire Phoenix. I'm going in with just a touch of that. You don't need much with her. You guys, I have lupus. We all know this, right? And I woke up today in a full flare. So I am exhausted, but look at my face. I didn't need any blush. It's like butterfly face. Oh, you'd think I took a dose of iodine. It just makes me so flushed. I don't feel it. I'm not feverish or anything. I've got a low temperature, but I keep one. That's a sure sign you're in a flare, by the way. If you hover around 100 for an extended amount of time, that's a sign. If you have lupus or if you have Sjogren's, either one, there's your sign right there. Oh, I love this color so much, you guys. It is so pretty. Let's tuck her on up there. Let her mix in with Living Legend and Star Decadence. What do you think of that recipe, though? Doesn't that sound good? Wish it was in my cookbook. But I didn't think of it, so I can't take credit for it. My cookbook's coming along a lot slower than I thought it was going to. Writing a book is harder than you'd think. The recipes, those are fairly easy. I have a lot. You got to figure, I've got recipes that my mother, my grandmother, both my grandmothers, my mother, my stepmother, I've got all of those recipes to choose from, plus all the ones I've made on my own over the years. Because, believe it or not, when my kids were small, I fed them a lot of what their daddy and I fed them was our own. Thankfully, they learned how to like a wide range of foods. Isn't this just the prettiest color? Goodness gracious, that is so pretty. And you just don't need a lot. That's why my Jeffree Star palettes don't look very used, because you don't need very much. You really don't. I'm of an age that I don't, me personally, I don't look good with real super heavy makeup. You see me in person, and if I've put on a heavier set of, face of makeup, it's like, ooh, best to see you in the dark. I just don't. It's like, I guess maybe it's because I'm so pale. I don't know, but I used to wear, pretty dark makeup. Of course, trends change too. So, and I don't do a lot of socializing in the evening, so I don't need to wear evening looks. But whenever I'm playing with the Jeffree Star palette, it's almost impossible not to put one on. And I'm doing grocery shopping in the early afternoon today. It is what it is, folks. All right. I was going to go in with Built Different, but I've already got this color on. The Phoenix on, which I will blend her a little bit better. Just once again, trust the process, guys. I think I'm going to go with the suspense is killing me. Maybe try Vincent Van Gogh. I'll try him. In case you're wondering, we started here. Then we went here, and I thought this was too yellow, so I added a little bit of this. And then I went in with this one, which is the whole reason I bought this palette. This is Fire Phoenix right here. I was going to do this one, but then I decided, nah. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Vincent. I think I said I went in with the Living Legend, and I didn't. I think I went in with the Influencer. Now I can't remember. Such is my life. Vincent Van Gogh. And again, you don't need much. I'm just going to put him down here. So, what are your all's plans for the holidays? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Anything? What do you typically cook? Do you do the seafood? Do you do a turkey? Do you do a ham? Do you do prime rib? Rack of lamb? There's all kinds of things people do. I mean, there's as many, do you do the vegetarian route? Or do you go Italian? Do you do like a lasagna or a bolognese? I was told I said that wrong, so... Bolognese? I don't know. Oh, you guys, I watched the coolest, speaking of Italian, I watched the neatest channel. I got stuck on him, man. He was so awesome. It's ex-mafia boss. Ex-mafia boss turned influencer? Something like that. Michael Ferrezi is his name, and he used to be a crime boss. He was with the Colombo family, okay? And he got busted, went to prison, did some time, came out a changed man, basically. He started traveling, telling his story everywhere. He's he's really interesting, and he's done some really cool interviews with people. And but what I saw yesterday, I didn't get to catch it live, but it had been a live stream. He was making his grandmother's secret recipe, homemade meatballs. And I'm making them. There is no telling me I'm not. I'm making these things because, oh my God. I was just, holy cow, these things sound amazing. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to go in with Eternal. And that is this one right here. And we're going to go up here a little bit with it. Yeah, he was an interesting cat, all right. I want to catch more from his channel. He's done some really interesting interviews. Dude's been married like 5 times. And he made a video about it. It said 4 were mobsters and 1 was a killer. I was like, which one did you say, man? I haven't watched that one yet. But he's got a bunch of kids. And I mean, the man he's 7, I think he said he's 74. He has lived a colorful life. And his voice would put you in mind, I think, of maybe like Howard Stern, because he's from New York, and he's got the New York accent. I mean, think Goodfellas, think, think those kind of, he's got it, that voice. And he's just a really interesting guy. And I don't see how he's got really much reason to lie. He met the real life Donnie Brasco, and he did a sit down with him. They were talking like on a Skype or a Zoom. But it was the real Donnie Brasco, the guy that Johnny Depp played in the movie. Yeah. I was just like, whoa, this guy's neat. And it all started with me wanting to learn how to make some authentic meatballs. And I saw Mob Boss, and I was like, okay. I'm captivated. I'm intrigued. I want to know. I got to look. I got to see. I got to watch. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to add a little bit more of this Fire Phoenix. Now that I see my look kind of coming together here, I can see what I want to do with her. Let's blend a little more of her in up here. Why does that look brown? Oh no, don't do that to me. I'll blend that out. Did I grab the wrong brush? That's entirely possible. Wouldn't put it past myself at all. That's what I get for not cleaning. Like Miss Nikki. She's got her swish, guys. I love Nikki. Nikki, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I have not watched her video yet of the collab. I wanted to get mine up first and then watch hers. I want to watch hers when mine goes up, and that way I can see both of them on my channel together. I like to keep them together. If that's strange, well, I mean, it's me we're dealing with, okay? All right, let's try this again. Come on, Fire Phoenix. Rise up from the ashes and be somebody bold. She is too. Daggone, I love this color so much. I would love to do a real vampy look with this. I might do that. Maybe save her for next Halloween. And do a vampire look. Get me a long black wig. I could do that. I could totally do that. I would love to know what I put in here that was brown on this brush. Let's see if I can't balance that somehow. I don't know what color that is. What's going on? We'll just add that to the mix. All right. Okay. What am I doing? There we go. She's on there. Okay. I think I want her up just a little further. I'm going to be up here in my hairline if I'm not careful. Okay. Good enough. I'm going to go off camera, do my liner, all the things, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and this is what we came up with. I decided I wanted more gold than what I originally had, so I got a brush wet, something I almost never do with a Jeffree Star palette, but I got a brush wet with some setting spray, and I went right in to Gold Blooded, and I just packed it on my lid and even into my waterline. And then I used kind of a neutrally brown, I don't know if you can see it. We see gold all over it now, but I used a kind of a neutral brown, mixed it with that, and lined my waterline with it to really get some pop. And then on my lips, I tried for a rose gold look. Definitely popped off with some Major Attitude from Jeffree's Velvet Trap. You all know how much I love a good berry color, and he never, ever, ever lets me down. Ever lets me down. So that's what we did. Yeah. What do you think? I tried to go for the gold and still keep it kind of day-ish looking, simply because I knew, I'm gonna be out shopping with my mom. So I swear that the thing with lipstick, they've got to come up with something, a way, like a setting spray or something for your lips where it does not get in your teeth, because that's so like bothersome, and it's just an irritation. So anyway, put everything away, and yeah, I used all the colors that I told you. Went in, started up here, used a little of this, went here, definitely packed in with this, used the Fire Phoenix. I used a little bit of the Vincent Van Gogh. Yeah. You can make a look with any of these. I could have gone in just the top row and used this yellow, the pink, let's see, the Perseverance, Queen Supreme, and Internet Royalty. Maybe even deepened it up with some Boss Mentality. You can go on the bottom row. You can do anything you want with this palette. I just love this palette. I don't use it very often because I want to keep it nice. Like I said, I think it's one of the last ones that he really made good. The packaging and everything just is on point for me. And I wish that he would do this again. I know he's all about change and innovation and keeping it fresh, keeping it real. And I get it. But, there's also something to be said for, sticking with what's good. I don't have a Star Wedding palette. I really wish I did. That's a beautiful artistry palette, and I really wish I had that one, but you can't even find it anymore that I know of, unless you go on eBay and you spend 4 times what the cost of it is. And there are some people that will. There are die-hard collectors, and I'm not that much of a collector. If I was, I would have the boot and I would have the owl. I love that he came out with brushes. I think that's great. I mean, he definitely is doing more things, and I get it, and I'm here for it. For him, I mean, that's great. But I don't know that I'll buy anything from this collection. I honestly don't. I may get the brushes just to say, hey, I got some Jeffree Star brushes. I was there for the very, beginning. May do that if they're still there at Christmas. Otherwise, yeah. Anyway, but I'm no MUA, so what do I know? That's it for me, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, morning, night, wherever you are, whatever day, time, or whatever you're watching. Make it fabulous. Make it matter. Remember, kindness is an action word. Practice it daily. And I guess that means I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everybody.